Hi guys, welcome to my channel, the Judith TV show. My name is Judith. Happy New Day, guys. Thank you for always being there for me, watching my videos, liking, commenting, and to those of us that are subscribed. I am grateful to you guys. I will not get tired of thanking you guys because you guys are the reason why I'm seated here. Thank you. And to all the people that will join this wonderful family much later or even now, I still welcome you people in advance. Guys, in this video, I want to react to the podcast of the controversial podcast of Yvonne Jegede. I'm certain a good number of us must have seen that, with all the bashing and, how she shut down her comment section and tried to put down the video and her apology. There are two errors that I saw in this whole thing, and that is what I want to address. First of all, who is Yvonne Jegede? Yvonne Jegede, as we all know, is an actress, a Nollywood actress. She has been in the movie industry for years now, for decades. And then she is from Agenebude. She was born in Agenebude, Edo State. That means she's from Edo State, south part of Nigeria. She is so good in what she does in terms of acting and all that. And then in 2004, she met her ex-husband in a movie set, and then they started dating. That was in 2004, and in 2018 they got married in February 2018 precisely. So one would expect at least dating for 14 years or being friends for 14 years at least, they should be able to understand each other and everything. But to her greatest surprise, after she had a child, a baby boy, 3 months after she had that child in 2019, they got divorced. She moved out of the house, and then ever since then she has been on her own and everything. The husband, Olakunle Abounsa Fawole, is from the indications is from Yoruba origin because he's one of the sons of the late actress Buki Ajayi. We all know Buki Ajayi, that mama, dark-skinned woman like that. And then himself, Olakunle, is also an actor doing well for himself. He has about over 3 million followers on his Instagram account and all that. And then they got separated, and they got divorced in 2019, and they went their separate ways, but they had a son together. Then fast forward to what Yvonne said in that podcast. It was quite unfortunate for any person who is a mother, who has been a wife, to say what Yvonne said. I know people have been bashing her, and people will continue to bash her because she has done another error by putting up that laughable apology. I call it laughable because it's laughable. Yvonne, how could you wake up in the morning, sat down there, crossed your legs, and were vomiting the nonsense you were vomiting? You know what they say, that common sense is not common after all. It is now that I agree. Which school did you attend? Was your school very close to a market so that when they are teaching you in the class, the noise from the market will be disturbing you from hearing properly what they are teaching you? Otherwise, how could you open your mouth to say what you just said? Supporting you as how? First of all, the you that you're supporting, are you aware that his father that gave birth to him is against this marriage? That man is pained by this thing he's doing with Judy Austin. That is what you are clapping for. So that is me. And you wrote a book or something that will be movie that you said has to do with your father or whatever. And here is a grown-up man who has disobeyed his father, who has 4 elder brothers, who has disobeyed his parents by going out, because the father granted the interview and said he was not aware that you went and picked an anti-infested faggot, referring to Judy Austin. That is the man that you're saying you don't know why they're dragging for even disobeying his father or his parents. You didn't see anything wrong in that. Are you aware? You dated Kunle from 2004 that you guys met to 2018 before you got married. Whether the relationship was close tight or was just a friendship relationship before you guys now got married. But May and you dated for 6 years before they got married in the same 2004 that you met you met your ex-husband, and they now got married. Are you also aware that in the whole of this brouhaha, May lost her first son, that is 16-year-old boy, and 2 weeks after he lost that boy, you came on the social media and was dancing with Judy Austin as if that boy is not his son? Are you aware? For you to come and say, why are people dragging? It's so daft of you for you to have that. Honestly, Yvonne, I'm so disappointed in you for all these things that you said. And then you claim that maybe you're saying that because of the movie you're doing, and you're comparing you to Ned Nwoko. How? Senator Ned Nwoko is a Muslim now. He's entitled for four wives. I mean, to four wives. If Lila and Regina marry them, they are fully aware because they met other women, with the man. Apparently, maybe those ones have left or whatever, but they knew that this man is a polygamist right from day one. So anybody who is coming into his life or accepting him already knows that this is who they are getting married to. And because he's a Muslim, he can marry, I think, up to four wives or so. Do you understand? But you is not like that. As a matter of fact, you was born into a Catholic home. Both Judy Austin, Mary, Peter Edochie, all of them, they are Catholics. And you're telling me that Catholic that does not, forbids polygamy, that you say polygamy is acceptable. Polygamy in what sense? A man has been committing adultery, and when he was caught, he now quickly did a shamble. Because if you want to marry her because you love her, all the years you've been committing adultery with her, you would have gone to your father and say, I want to marry this person. And then if May now says, no, I don't want it, you let her go, you sign the divorce papers, you people will part in peace, and then you face Judy Austin, the one that you say you love. But no, he didn't do it like that. You are still holding this woman up till now. You have not even signed the divorce papers. And at the back, you go to be begging her. But at the same time, you're holding Judy Austin. Now you have progressed, you have two sons with her. And then you are saying, why are people dragging her? Yvonne, for 1 year, you could not withstand, because one of the reasons you gave was that your husband, you were the only person that was taking care of the financial burden of the home, that you would have gone for. You shouldn't have gone for love. You should have gone for money. How can you be saying that at the age of 40? At the age of 40, you are saying this. How? How can you be saying that? For 1 year that you took care of just a son, you're already tired. You walked out of the marriage. But May has been doing this. The DKK investment company, the supermarket, she was the one that was running it. Nobody heard anything. No, nobody. Nobody. Even that mansion they're talking about, it was May that built it. Her elder sister even gave money, part of the money that they used to build that house. That was why the court awarded it to her. You should have checked your facts very well before coming out to say those things that you said. And then if you're saying that it's because of the movie you're doing, honestly, Yvonne, that is wicked of you. I'll tell you why. That is not fair. You know why? You have a drama comedy that you do with a Mercy Johnson. Do you know that Mercy Johnson's platform alone can promote that movie for you? Mercy Johnson's platform alone can promote that, because Mercy is globally known. That can can promote that this thing for you. And aside that, Yvonne, personally, you have over 3 million views on Instagram, on your Instagram account. You have over 1.7 million, if not up to 2 million views plus in your Facebook account. Is that not enough to promote a movie? Is that not enough to promote a movie for you? You have to ridicule a woman, and then mock her in her tears and in her pains. Who doesn't know what May has gone through, with you within this 2-3 years that all these things are happening? You couldn't stay in your own. You walked away because you couldn't bear it. And another woman that bought it, you are now. It's just like somebody saying now, if Kunle should come out and be rubbishing you, somebody will now be telling, why are you people rubbishing Kunle? That is the same thing that you're doing. And can I shock you, Yvonne? Do you know that since all these things are happening, you are the only one that will come and say, oh, you went to America to give birth. You are the only one that paid. You were taking care of the woman. Kunle has never for one day opened his mouth to run you down. Kunle has never. You are the one that is telling the whole story. You are the one that moved out. You are the one that is telling the whole story. You say he didn't reach out to your son, but the story is that the man was suspecting you that you are not faithful. Apparently when you gave birth to the boy, this issue of DNA is not as rampant as it is now, not talked about as it is now. So the man now said no, he doesn't want to identify with the child until he's sure. So after the boy has grown up, he now saw the boy, saw that there's a semblance and all that. That was when he now said, so be telling people what happened since you have decided to tell your story. Rather than you trying to pick the pieces of your life and see if even your home, you can work on your home too for things to come back to normalcy. You are running another woman down by making such a statement. You have seen how people bash through. And all the brands that you are branding for, some of them are now beginning to drop you. Which brand will take you, knowing that the people that are going to, buy their goods are the people that are not happy with you? Apparently, that's why maybe you now came and did the laughable apology that you said you tendered. Because while you were talking, you kept on saying, I know they will come for me. I know they will tear me down. Which means you know what you are saying was wrong. You knew. And then you now did an apology. The problem I even have with the apology, that's why I said it's laughable. Number one, you identified May there as an ex-wife to you, and yet you are calling her Mrs. May Edochie. Everybody calls me because their divorce is still in process. Everybody is calling May, Queen May. And then you decided to be calling her Mrs. May, don't you? Meanwhile, you identified her in that your so write up and so laughable apology as Yuru's ex-wife. You also said in that postcard, Yvonne, that you don't know why people misunderstood you, what you said. How can you say a thing like when you sat down there and you were saying you know they will come for you? So you don't see anything wrong in what you said. All of a sudden, you now came and you were now saying that, and you were still talking about even your movie. So it is even your movie that is more important to you. I hope you are not paid to do what you did. But I tell you the truth, you have sown a seed that you will not like. You have sown a seed that, and the extent that this seed can go, you never can tell. Because most people see that this your apology as laughable. If you had wanted to apologize, you apologize rightly. But coming to defend yourself, adding ego and pride inside it, inside it, makes nonsense of the whole thing. Can you now be talking about you wrote a movie or whatever, that is why you didn't mean it in that context? How? When you sat down there and you were boldly saying with every audacity, you know they will come for me. That people that second wife, third wife, and fourth wife, and all that. So you are saying that every other person that is that I didn't come from a polygamous home. So you are saying that every other person that is against what you is doing is from a second wife or third wife. How can you generalize like that? Honestly, Yvonne, this thing has really exposed you. If you don't, it has really exposed you. I'm telling you, if this is all you will say, I mean, it's quite unfortunate. And to make matters worse, you now came and penned down a laughable apology, calling that an apology. It is not an apology. If you want to apologize, please withdraw this apology. If you want to apologize, and apologize very well. And when you're apologizing, apologize even to your fans, because you also ridiculing your fans. I don't know why they misunderstood me. People misunderstood. So you are not even apologizing to your fans. 3 million views that you have in Instagram, 2 million views you have in Facebook, you are not even considered about them. And then the brand that you are branding, influencing for, you're also supposed to have mentioned them there to also apologize. That's how you render such a heartfelt apology, so that we know that it's coming from your heart. Look at Sarah Martins. You know when she dragged me, at the end of the day, what happened? That is the same thing you have just done. And that is the same thing. I'm not wishing you bad, but people are not happy with the way, I am sure you know. That was why you locked up your comment section and you quickly did this, because apparently the brand now decided to take you down and everything. So you now know that, this thing is going to affect me like this. And then you now started, you have not even seen anything if you don't want to apologize properly. Please, Yvonne, withdraw this thing that you have done, because this is not an apology. You did a song backup for Two-Face in those days, African Queen, with his wife, then his girlfriend, Annie Macaulay. Do you know that Annie Macaulay is May Edochie's friend? So at the end of the day, you are now torn in between. Who does that? You should have thought about this. You should have gone there to promote your movie, neat and clear. All your followers will see it. The followers of Mercy that your partner with will also see it. And then they will pick up they will watch the movie. So why would you have to, stand on and mock another woman's pains and another woman's tears? That woman lost her son in the process. You remember the other day she was talking something, I can't remember, I think a Priceless Hairs, they were doing a program, and she was talking and she broke down in tears. She said that everything she worked for went down the drain, and she broke down in tears. So that kind of a woman, that is the same person you came and you were now clapping for the man that made her to go through that. But above all, she lost her son in the 16-year-old boy. Your own is just, maybe I don't know how many years old the boy is. The boy will not die. The boy will live to fulfill destiny. And the boy will be a source of joy for you, so that you know, that what you said about other woman losing her own is not fair. Because it's not fair. Because the whole of this thing, was what gave birth to that. And then at the end of the day, you 2 weeks or 3 weeks after the boy was buried, you was dancing with Jude Austin. Even if you want to dance, must you do it publicly? Must you do it publicly? The you that you are trying to brandish another, secretly he will go and be begging me, because he knows what he did is wrong. But he doesn't want to own it up. But he'll go and be begging me. May said, I've forgiven you. I don't hold anything against you. But what I said is that I don't want polygamy. Since this is what you want, please go on with it. But let me go. She opted to go. What else do you want this woman to do, Yvonne Jegede? Just what do you want this woman to do? For you, a mother, for you, a wife or ex-wife, to come out and be the one that is talking like this? Honestly, it's so disappointing that you could say a thing like this. So very disappointing. I just saw it and I was like, what is this? Just what is this? Then when I now saw the apology, in fact, that was when I now decided to do it. Because if you had tendered a genuine apology, it would have made sense. But you now made a laughable apology. All through them, you were busy defending yourself and the book that you wrote, the movie that you wrote, and what have you, and what have you. How is that an apology? Just how? What about your fans? What about the people that you are branding for? You didn't consider them. It doesn't matter. Listen, pride goes before a fall. Pride goes before a fall. Okay? For somebody who has a title without a mantle to back it up, then that title is useless. That title will not give you, will not benefit you. You have a title, but there's no mantle to back it up from this thing that played out now. And instead of you to tamper a correct apology, now that people are hurting, you now came and then tendered a laughable one. So that what can people do? You are an actress, you are an actress, you are well known, you are not well known. So what can people do? Whatever people will do something, even if people don't attack you personally, as in physically. See, the law of nature will attack you because what you said is wrong. You are comparing him with Ned Nwoko, who is a Muslim. It is very, very wrong. Ned hasn't lost any of his children, and he will not. Do you know that Yul has not been paying the school fees of his children? The lawyer of May said so. Do you know that? So how could you have said this and then it is still difficult for you to even apologize? That's my own. It's still difficult for you to apologize, and you're making this double error of talking trash and then tendering a laughable apology. That's the two errors you made in this whole thing. Please, Yvonne, withdraw this apology or purported apology or laughable apology that you claim you have tendered or that you have tendered. Please withdraw it and then make a proper apology that will be acceptable to God and to mankind. That's all I'm trying to tell you in this video. Guys, I don't want to rant anymore. Honestly, I don't want to rant anymore because this thing is so painful. Coming from somebody who is a mother and somebody who is an ex-wife, it's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Please leave your comments and share your thoughts with me at the comment section, okay? I'd like to end this video at this point in time, but I've just said it and I've just hit the nail at the head. Yvonne Jegede, you might not listen to us, you might listen to us, but withdraw this apology that you have written because this is not an apology. This is a laughable one. This is not an apology. You are still hyping yourself. You are still being arrogant about whatever thing you said you put out there. If you want to apologize, apologize properly. Apologize as a woman, apologize as a mother, apologize as somebody who is an ex-wife, who knows the pains he felt. You said your husband, who is an actor, is not providing anything in home, that is only you. For 1 year, you couldn't withstand it. But this woman has been doing this thing all along. As at now, she's the one that is paying the school fees of her children. And then all you could do is to come and utter what you have uttered, all in the name that you want to promote a movie. When you have millions of followers, both on Instagram and on Facebook, I don't know every other account that you have, that I'm also certain that you have millions of followers, and you think it is cashing out on the pains and the tears of another woman, that you know that this woman has gone through a lot, that will give you the number of sell out your movie. It will not. Please, guys, I'd like to end this video here. Enough of, I just don't want to rant anymore, okay? Because this is, if I continue ranting now, maybe I'll say one or two things that, is against the rule of social media. So let me not just go further. Let me not just go further. Let me just end it here. Share your thoughts with me at the comment section, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now, guys.